Now, whether we might have somebody starting out of the pit lane, maybe getting caught short changing over to wet weathers, but it's looking like it's a 3-car race at this point, 10 seconds. So this is going to be a 3-lap race, and I don't expect anybody to come in
it's
fourth
going to
place.
be a 5-lap race. The 3-car race.
3-car race for the 5-lap.
So David Crabtree gets off. Well, good on you, David. David's an open wheeler exponent. He's got 5,000s and all sorts of things, and he's rocked on out and taken the lead. However, Carrick thinks, no, I might have a go at that, but tucks into the spray.
He's got 5 laps to try and get past him, so don't try too hard too soon. Make sure you've worked out just how much grip there is out on that track. There's not very much.
No.
And
whoa, he's
there we
lost
go.
it
He
in the
just
straight.
found out how much track he hasn't got. That was just a little bit too much power.
Oh, and he's gone into a lake.
And
it's still going.
He's getting back up onto the black stuff.
No, it's stopped. Whoop, no, it hasn't.
No, found reverse. And
there he goes.
There we go.
Oh, no, I think he's having trouble in the gear department.
He's managing to get
there we go.
3-point turn to get it back sorted out again.
Well, he was lucky he missed the concrete.
Yeah, absolutely.
Then he found a lake.
There wasn't a lot of control over that. That was just a little bit too much power in a straight line, and the back just said, you think I want to keep behind the front? So we're going to have a replay of that shortly, but at the moment, David Crabtree nice and clear out the front. Here we go with that replay. Just working up the back straight.
Just hit a puddle.
Yeah, just the back stepped out, and that was it. So lucky to avoid that flag point there.
Yep. So David having a lovely time by himself, just like private practice.
Absolutely. And look at the spray coming up off the car. Certainly the tyres are working really well at clearing the water. And the other advantage he has over Carrick, of course, is that this car hasn't got quite the power that Carrick would have.
Well, that we haven't mentioned that David is driving a Cheetah Mark 6, which
another
is
Australian-made car.
Lovely Australian-made car by Brian Sheed, who with Brian Sampson drove Cheetahs to great success in Formula 3 and Formula 2 in Australia, even made a couple of clubmans that were virtually unbeatable.
Absolutely.
And a great Australian car.
Lola T590 driven by David James out on track.
That is a Sports 2000, of which we never ran in Australia. It's a 1980 model, and in the 80s mainly the Yanks, but England also. In fact, just about all of the cars are English made, as that is a Lola.
Yeah.
And they were like a sports Formula Ford in that they ran a stock standard Ford Pinto, 2-litre Ford Pinto engine. But again, with a Hewland gearbox, choice of ratios, all enveloping body, aerodynamics, all the rest, but you had to have the stock standard motor.
And in the UK, the Sports 2000 Club run their own series of races with purely Sports 2000 cars in it. It's very popular over there. Lots of Tigers and Lolas, etc.
Yeah, no, as I said, we never ran them, but there's probably about 15 of them in Australia that have been imported, mainly from America, but some from England. But unfortunately, we only got a couple this weekend, and there's one of them.
Absolutely.
Coming second.
At the moment, but Carrick is probably closing in, I think.
I think we caught a glimpse of him in the back.
Yeah, well, he'll be just hoping that he doesn't cop another puddle in the road.
Oh, there he is.
There he is, right behind the Sports 2000. Gently trying to apply some power and just move down the outside up that start-finish straight, which he does.
So he moves into second.
Moves across into second and nice and gentle into turn one. keeps it off the curbs, stays on the black stuff.
Right in the middle of the track.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Car did start and break loose a little bit at the back there, and we could hear the engine revs increase a little bit quicker than the vehicle speed was increasing, so he had to lift the foot even in a straight line. He's got it up probably a gear on what he would normally have in those parts of the track. Car certainly not up in the upper rev range of the capacity of that motor. Probably not even using the brakes there, Bobby. Just pop it back down a gear and let it roll down.
Yeah. Just keeping it in the middle of the track. Lots of water lying on the inside.
Yeah, meanwhile, out in front, David Crabtree just having a nice little run. Carragher's got the quickest of the lap times though, a 1:57.04,
Yep.
004 actually. So
He's 1.3 seconds quicker so far, but he's still a fair way behind.
he's only got 2 laps to make it up, and
Yes.
it's 31 seconds gap. So don't think that's going to happen unless Crabtree makes some sort of a mistake.
Hits a puddle. Whoops.
Easy done.
A little bit sideways there.
There's one thing about this, Carragher will be learning how twitchy the car is, and it'll help tune his driving even in the dry. You come back after a bit of an experience in the wet and you go, yep, that helped tune me up a bit.
So, there's Crabtree.
There's Crabtree way back out in the front, working his way down around Tank.
Won't be the first time a cheater's won a race.
Certainly not.
But I think it might be the first time David has in this cheater. I'm probably wrong, but he'll be looking forward to it.
He's got quite a few cars, and he's won quite a few races in quite a few different ones. So. Bit of cheeky comment from Ron Simmons in the background here in commentary about David Crabtree being a pilot and the instrument rated, so used to driving in or manoeuvring a vehicle of some sort in
weather.
Lap 4 or 5, and this is going to come down. He'll have 1 lap remaining once he crosses that finish line.
See how much time Carragher's pulled back.
Pulled back, yeah.
If at all.
Yeah, just a little bit of comment from outside that the rain is getting heavier out there, so it's going to be very, very tough conditions.
Carey goes across and didn't do much with the gap there at all. And he's well ahead of James in the Tiga Sports 2000. However, we take our hats off to the 3 drivers for coming out in these atrocious conditions and going as fast as they have.
And just acknowledging our thanks to all officials, etc., on the bottom of our screen there from the director of Blendline TV. Big thank you to Blendline TV for all of their hard work this weekend. The guys and girls there have done a fantastic job of bringing us some beautiful footage. all available on YouTube.
So here comes our winner. Down the front. Well done, David Crabtree.
Well done, David Crabtree. And look at the spray coming out from the car.
Yes, good on him for coming out and deserves the win. And Rowan Carey, good to see him. That thing's not a... That's a handful in the wet too, but he's
really
come out.
difficult car in the wet.
Come out, had a real big lose, but was able to get it back on the track. And he comes round. David Crabtree got the fastest lap at that stage. We'll see if...
yeah, he pulled it off on the last lap.
Yeah, the last lap he was even quickest. Another one. Well done, Rowan.
Yep.
Goes across the line.
So David did end up with the fastest lap, unless James manages to pull an absolute blitzer.
One doesn't think so, but there he is, and good on him coming out also.
Yep.
Sports 2000. At least he's not getting spray thrown up in his face. He's got mud guards. Across the line he goes. So he'll get a third place trophy, and good on him.
Yep. Everybody in that race ended up on the podium.
Yes, yes. That's three started, 3 finished. Great.
Great stuff. And
we've always had a few cars. They're all special. The T-Bird.
Oh, that's mine.
The Combi for when we want to get away. The XRA.
It's going to be a classic.
They're all insured with Shannon's.
We've also got Shannon's home and contents cover,
which helps protect our automotive collectibles, tools and memorabilia in the home and garage. If you're motoring enthusiasts like us, it's got to be
Shannon's.
Shannon's, insurance for motoring enthusiasts. Call 13 46 46 for a quote.
We all agree now is the right time to start making choices to support Aussie businesses, supporting Aussie families and communities. Well, from their humble beginnings in Melbourne nearly 100 years ago, Penrite now sit as a truly respected global lubricants brand across automotive and industry. And the best bit, it's still 100% owned by an Aussie family that employs Australians in Australian factories right here on Aussie.
Nice car, those Capris.